Good evening, and welcome to the Helen Borgers Theater. Our performance is about to begin. If you have cell phones, please remember to turn them off. And please, no texting, no photography, and no video recording during our show. Thank you.
Hello, Yukon 8209. This is Candy Matson.
Candy, I call my sugar candy.
Candy? Candy! Over here!
Who's that? Why, Myra Fisher? It's been ages. What a lovely suit. Do you work at Brownstone's?
Oh, you can tell?
Just a guess.
You were always quick at putting two and two together, Candy. I'm a wage slave.
Well, on you it looks good. What do you slave at?
As a month ago, I'm head of advertising and promotions.
Hey, sounds fancy.
I just got the position, and it's been chaos ever since.
Well, do tell.
But my neck is in the fire.
Already? What did you do? Mark something 100% off?
That's cute. No, but really, I'm glad I bumped into you.
Wait till I tell you I've been shoplifting.
No, serious, Candy. Could you come up to my office just for a little minute?
Why, sure. Hey, wipe that frown off your brow. It's wrinkling your makeup.
Oh, well, yours would wrinkle too if your Jack Frost went missing.
Jack who?
KBRD Long Beach presents Candy Matson, Yukon 8209.
Candy. Jack Frost, the fellow with the blue hair and the icicles. You know, Santa Claus's helper. He was supposed to talk to the tiny tots of the Brownstone, San Francisco's classiest department store. I'd gone down there that afternoon to find a bow tie for my future husband, my old pal, Inspector Ray Mallard of the San Francisco Police Department. A bow tie that lit up and spelled spoken for. When you press it with a battery, and then I bumped into my old pal, Myra Fisher. We went up to her office on the 6th floor, and she sat me down.
Well, as I was saying, our Jack Frost actor, he was on the job here the past 2 weeks. Oh, he was a darn good one, too. The kids were crazy about him. Well, this morning, he didn't show. Didn't call. It's a mystery.
You don't suppose Jackie Boy got in the mood and caught the Christmas spirit, do you? The kind that comes in pints?
Oh, no. He wasn't that sort of Joe.
Well, can't you just hire a new one?
Well, they're hired through an agency, and the one we do business with is fresh out of Jack Frost. I just gotta find somebody, Candy. I'm on thin ice with the big wigs already. Ever since I got this promotion, it just seems like everything has gone wrong.
I feel for you, Myra, but what can I do?
Oh, but you get around. You know half the city. Oh, find me someone, can't you? Someone who can be my Jack Frost.
Well, okay. I'll do my best, Myra.
Oh, Candy, you're a dear.
A deer, Dasher, or Blitzen.
Oh, you're Vixen, through and through.
No wonder you got that promotion. You know just what to say. I went home and looked up the definition for soft. It said soft, easily yielding to pressure. Then it said, Candy Matson, girl dope. Here I have all of my Christmas shopping to do, and I agreed to find a substitute Jack Frost. I had no idea where to start. So I went down over to see my friendly advisor, Rembrandt Watson. Rembrandt's a photographer, and a great one too, now that he doesn't have the Sherry Shivers or the Port Palsies. He lives on California Street, just kitten rompers from Old St. Mary's with a statue of Sun Yat-sen for company in the park next door.
Candy Dove, how delightful. Do come in, won't you?
Thanks, Rembrandt.
Oh, Pet, you're acquainted with my friend Diogenes Murphy, aren't you?
Oh, yes. Hello again, Mr. Murphy.
Why, good afternoon, lass. You look prettier than ever.
Oh, here comes a Blarney.
Young lady, I never say a word I don't mean. How do you think I managed to sell so many used cars at me place on Van Ness Avenue?
Oh.
Because you're an honest Irishman.
Ah, you're so right, lass. Incidentally, if you need a good car...
Oh, Diogenes.
Oh, sorry. I get carried away.
I didn't mean to barge in like this, Rembrandt.
Oh, don't be silly, dear.
I'll think nothing of it, lass. I'm on me way now. Rembrandt and I were only discussing the situation of the wharf.
And to what conclusion did you come?
Well, it stinks. Bottom of the afternoon to the both of ye.
He's quite a boy.
Yes, I'm very fond of Diogenes. What brings you around this way, dear?
Jack Frost.
Jack what?
Jack Frost.
Oh, Dove, must it always be puzzles and games with you?
You love games.
Well, that's true. Oh, all right, play on.
Here's a pocket-sized edition. You know, the brownstone department store?
Like I know my own kitchen.
So you know they have costumed actors during the holidays. Mm-hmm. Well, their Jack Frost didn't show up to work this morning.
Oh.
I said I'd find them a new one.
Well, that's sweet of you, dear.
Sweet and not so smart. I know of only one character who even remotely looks like Jack Frost,
Yeah.
but I met him in Alaska when I was traveling with the USO.
Well, won't do you much good down here, will he?
No. That's why I came to you, Rembrandt.
Oh.
Don't you keep a cross file on models you used in your photography?
As a matter of fact, I do, here in this little book. Let's see. Man, thin, ooh, extremely. The blue hair comes with the costume, I suppose.
That's right.
Let's see. No, he won't do. Nor him. Oh, definitely not him. I really should update this book.
Hey, what's this?
Oh, the afternoon paper? Diogenes must have left it, I imagine.
Yes, but this. Why, here's the whole story about the missing Jack Frost on the front page.
Oh.
And I thought a lump of coal was a rotten gift. This guy got a slug in the head.
Your Jack is dead? Oh, Candy, how are you such a magnet for trouble? One of these days, you're going...
And here's a picture of the guy without his false icicles.
It looks like he stepped right out of a Shakespeare play. What a ham!
He looks like you, Rembrandt.
Well, then I take it back. He looks fabulous.
Rembrandt?
Oh, divorce yourself from that tone, Candy.
Oh, I've got an idea.
Oh, no, I've got plans all week.
You like children.
I can't stand them.
You like chit-chat.
I abhor it.
You like to be charming.
Well, that I can't help.
And you're ever so festive.
Well, of course I am, darling. It's that time of year.
With the help of a few icicles, Ducky, you're going to be the perfect Jack Frost.
No.
Rembrandt fought.
No.
He argued.
I can't do it.
He paced to the floor.
Watch me pace.
He had the vapors. Then he fainted. Which means I won the argument. I got my friend Myra on the phone and informed her that Rembrandt would assume the role of jolly Jack Frost the next morning. She was delighted. I couldn't say the same for Rembrandt. When I got back home, I was greeted by a sound very much like that of a phone ringing. Using my keen instincts, I figured it might be the phone. Hello? Candy Matson?
How do you do, Miss Matson? Allow me to introduce myself.
Aloud.
My name is Burke, Prentice Burke. I'm the first vice president of the Brownstone.
I've heard of it.
Of course you have.
Well, la-ti-da.
Excuse me?
Go on.
Yes, well, there was, shall I say, a rather unfortunate occurrence today.
I believe I heard about it.
But I could use a professional sleuth. You were highly recommended by our head of advertising, Miss Myra Fisher.
Aha, the thick plottins.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, no need to beg, Mr. Burke. I'm listening. Lay it on me.
Oh, no. I'd rather you come down to my office, Miss Matson. It's a confidential matter.
I'm your girl, then, figuratively speaking.
Can you be here in an hour?
If I can find parking.
The president's out of town. You can use his parking spot in the back.
Oh, well, la-ti-da.
Excuse me?
Nothing. See you soon. Oh, I fixed my lips on the elevator, flipped a hip past the secretary, and walked on into Burke's office. He was waiting for me. That was obvious. I could tell by the expression on his face. Worried, sick. How do you do, Mr. Burke? I'm Candy Matson.
Oh, yes. Sit down, won't you?
Thank you. Now, our subject is what?
A man named Chester.
Oh, that's the next show.
The next show?
Gunsmoke. Never mind. You were saying?
Yes, Mr. Chester. Ralph Chester, to be exact.
Well, that's a relief. I thought he wanted to talk about Jack Frost.
Well, that's just it. He was our Jack Frost.
Me and my big mouth.
He was working here up until yesterday afternoon. Apparently, he was shot.
In the head.
And he's dead.
So I read. Looks like we have got chemistry, Mr. Burke. Look here. Don't you have your own store detectives?
No. That would never do. As I said, it's better we keep this quiet.
Aha, intrigue. It goes great with a smoke.
Yes, well, I have reason to suspect that Chester's murder was an inside job, so to speak. I'd very much like to find out who did it before the police do.
And when you say the police, you mean the press?
Well, something like that. Murder is ugly business.
Ugly for business.
Quite right.
10-4. Mr. Burke, you said you had reason to suspect an inside job. You mean someone who works here? Tell me more.
Oh, just a feeling I have.
Vice President's intuition?
Excuse me?
No, never mind. Okay, I'll mush around and see what I can pick up. Say, write me a check, will you?
Oh, yes, certainly. Here you are.
Swell. I won't have to knit my own mittens this year. Burke looked rattled as I left. But who knows what kind of pressure he's under. It was closing time, so I hefted my way through the crush and retrieved my car. The Hall of Justice was right on the way home, so I dropped in to see my old pal Mallard, Inspector Ray Mallard of San Francisco Homicide, a nice fella to share coffee with on a Sunday afternoon, if you could ever lasso him. I never seemed to have enough rope.
Thanks, Sergeant. Just take these files. Oh, Candy. Candy, what brings you around here?
I misplaced my mistletoe.
Well, I'll have a look around.
You don't look around for mistletoe, Mallard. You look up. That's right. Cute chin.
Good to see you too, Candy.
So, how about Jack Frost's character? Where'd you find him?
In his apartment over on 17th. He lived near Seal Stadium. Poor guy got it good. Why so interested?
Rembrandt's a dead ringer for the guy.
Your Rembrandt? I still don't get the reason.
I know the pal who's head of promotions for the Brownstone. She was going mad looking for a replacement Jack Frost. I talked Rembrandt into taking the job.
That's rich.
Filthy rich, ain't it? Now bring me up to date, Mallard. What's the dope on this murder of this Chester guy?
Nothing but a .45 slug we dug out of the guy's wall. Ballistics is checking it now.
Nothing else?
And if there was something else, what are you drilling for, Candy?
Oh, only I'm worried about Rembrandt. I got him the job. I wouldn't want anything to happen to him.
Oh, you really do have a heart, Candy.
Oh, let's keep that between us.
Hey, how's about dinner tonight?
Dinner? Really? Oh,
Candy?
yes, Mallard?
We've known each other a good long time, haven't we?
Oh, that's right. Ever since the fair on Treasure Island?
And we've had our little quarrels, misunderstandings.
Oh, they never seem to last long, though, do they?
No. And that's why, with the new year coming soon, I feel like I want to ask you this question.
Why, yes, ask away.
Well, maybe I should wait until later.
No. Go ahead. Now's as good a time as any.
Well, Candy, this is really hard. I'm nervous. Do you know where I could get a couple of tickets to the Rose Bowl game?
Oh, my brain lit up like a Roman candle. I stormed for the door, and I said, Mallard, and then I left. It was the only thing I could think of doing. But oh, he makes me so mad. But inside half an hour after I got home, I started to laugh. Felt much better. Just as I was puttering around getting ready for dinner, is that Mallard so early? Well, Myra, what a surprise. Won't you come in?
No thanks, Candy. A friend of mine is waiting in his car outside. He's driving me home.
Oh, sorry you can't stay for a bit.
So am I, dear. I just dropped by to leave this, a little token of thanks for getting me off the hook.
Oh, Myra, you didn't have to.
Oh, it's just a few pairs of stockings, dear. Here, please take them.
Thank you.
Oh, no, thank you, Candy. Having a wonderful new Jack Frost is such a load off my mind. I can't even tell you.
So you're all set with my friend Rembrandt?
Oh, yes. Mr. Watson came in this afternoon. He was so cheerful and amusing. I think he's going to be just...
Pardon me. I didn't mean to frighten you.
Oh, Mallard!
Silly me. Gosh, I must have jumped a foot.
He frightens me too, Myra. I'd like you to meet Inspector Mallard.
How do you do?
Well, fine now, thank you, now that I've caught my breath. Do forgive me, Candy, but I really must rush. See you soon, I hope.
Tomorrow, Myra, I'll be down to check in on Rembrandt. Thanks again for the stockings.
Bye-bye.
Well, are you going to invite me in?
No, I'm not. Here's my coat right here. Come on, let's go. I'm starved.
I thought we could have a cocktail here before we went to the restaurant.
Well, you thought wrong, bucko. 2 tickets to the Rose Bowl. From now on, Mallard, you earn your cocktails. As we got downstairs, a car was just driving off. It was Myra. She waved, and driving, if my eyes didn't deceive me, was Mr. Prentice Burke, Vice President of the Brownstone. Well. Mallard and I climbed into the car and drove out to Cliff House. It was that kind of evening. We had a cozy dinner, and afterwards I suggested we walk for a bit. The night was so crisp and clear, and the evening star was hanging just above the dark waters of the Pacific like iridescent Japanese lanterns. We cut across this little road above Sutro Baths, where this old car barn had once stood, and worked our way up over the cliffs to stand high on Land's End. It was exhilarating.
Penny for your thoughts, Candy.
You forget about inflation.
All right, make it 2 pennies.
Well, I was just thinking, Mallard dear, when you see a star in the sky, soft water below, feel Christmas in the air, how can there be violence in the world?
An age-old question, baby. I mean, pal. One I can't answer. Hey, you're cold. I better put my arm around you.
Mallard, no!
What's the matter?
The headlights from that car are shining right down on us, and we... Mallard!
What's wrong?
Oh, got your flashlight with you?
Sure. Also my gun and my handcuffs. Anything else you need? A mortar, maybe?
Those headlights, they shined on something just now, down there by that tree.
Oh, Candy, for once, can't you stop digging up a mystery?
Don't you listen to the show, Mallard? I don't have to dig. These mysteries come to me. Now come on. I need to see what's under that tree. We scrambled around through the bush, slipped into some sliding stand, and rode the crest down to the tree. It wasn't easy to get around some of those brambles, but get around I fully intended to do, because what I saw was red, bright red. Oh!
What's you okay, Mandy? Candy?
Nothing. A new pair of nylons won't fix. Shoot the flashlight over this way a bit, Mallard.
Over here?
That's it? What do you see?
What is that? A costume?
Am I a natural or what?
A Jack Frost costume?
And if those aren't bloodstains, I'm a red-nosed reindeer.
They're bloodstains, all right. Nice work, Rudolph. Candy.
And how was your boy Jack Frost dressed when you found him?
Torn slacks, sweater, no socks.
This was his costume then. Bet on that.
Hey, what are you doing down there?
Who's that?
Police! Now get up here and keep your hands where I can see them.
That's all right, officer. I'm Inspector Mallard, homicide.
Oh, sorry, Inspector.
Stay where you are. We'll be right up.
Okay.
Well, Candy, this is a break. You better head on home. I've got a lot of work to do here. Okay?
Yeah, sure. Well, for once we had dinner before you had the chance to break the date. What a doozy of a case. If poor Jack's body was in his apartment, what was his costume doing out at Land's End? I spent an hour tossing in bed before I finally conked out to visions of gumdrops and gunshots. In the morning, I went back down to the brownstone. The holiday sharpers were already swarming the place. I spotted a floor walker and strolled on over to him. Pardon me, sir. I said, pardon me. Hello?
I'm very busy, young lady.
You do work here, don't you?
What do you want?
You're the floor walker assigned to this section.
Come to the point, please, and make it brief.
Oh, what a lip on you. Maybe I'll talk to your boss.
As I said, I'm very busy. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for Jack Frost.
What?
Jack Frost, you know what I mean.
Oh, sure. The new Jack Frost, you mean. Of course. Let's see. He should be toward the back, 2 aisles over.
Thank you. Well, of all the high-headed characters, fellas like that make me steam. And I was getting a full head of dander, and then it simmered out before I had chance to boil over, because as I rounded the corner, I saw Frosty Boy up on his platform with the cutest little blonde kid sitting on his lap.
Well, look who we have here. Hello, dear.
Hello, Jack Frost.
And what's your name?
Bopper.
Bopper? Oh, come now, is that your real name?
Well, it's as real as Jack Frost.
I see. Fair enough. Now, how old are you, Bopper?
5 3/4.
Oh, my, that's a lot of quarters. And where do you go to school?
I go to Garfield, but
I'd like to move to the North Pole.
Oh, well, we only have schools for elves up there, Bopper. You're too big. Now, what I would do is I'd like to know what you would like for Christmas, and I'll be sure to tell Santa.
A dollhouse, please.
All right.
And a daisy doll to live inside.
Oh, yes.
And a baseball bat, too.
A baseball bat? You like baseball?
I'm the best on the whole block.
Well, no wonder they call you Bopper. All right, I'll send word to Santa. Now, goodbye, Bopper, and Merry Christmas.
Come along, sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
I hope you can make that girl's wish come true, Jack. The Seals could use her in their lineup.
Oh, Candy, I'm so glad you're here, Dove. Duck around into the back room for a moment. We've got to talk.
Aren't you on duty, Frosty boy?
Well, I'm due for a quick lunch break. Right around there, Candy. Quick, let's go.
Oh, what's the matter, Rembrandt? Even with those icicles, you look warm under there.
Well, look at this. Now, every now and then, one of those little moppets toddles up to me with a Christmas letter for Santa. A little boy handed me this about half an hour ago, and I've been shaking ever since.
Let me see. Okay. Dear Jack Frost, a word to the wise. When you take your lunch break, keep on going and don't come back. Otherwise, you'll meet the same fate as Jack number 1. Just about what I expected.
What you expected? Candy, am I some kind of sacrificial lamb?
By no means, Ducky. Go ahead, take your lunch, then do as the note said. Keep going. Let's meet at your place in an hour, and then we'll talk then.
Well, can't you tell me now? The suspense is killing me.
You'll survive, I promise.
Oh, promises, promises. Well, if I don't, you're paying for my funeral, and don't skimp on the flowers!
On my way out, I saw the floor walker again and had another question for Mr. Attitude.
Oh, you again.
If you don't mind, I'm just looking for Miss Myra Fisher. Isn't she here today?
Who?
Myra Fisher.
Oh,
Myra Fisher, have you seen her?
Miss Fisher, well, no, I haven't. Oh, she phoned saying she was feeling ill. Most inconsiderate, I must say, since this is the holiday rush.
Yes, I must say.
You know, if you'll excuse me.
Of course. Could you give me her address?
What's that?
She's a friend, and I've got to see her.
Her address. Why, yes, I suppose we have it here somewhere. Here it is. 246.
Would you mind writing it down? I'm such an airhead. I'm sure to forget.
Sure. Do you have a business card or something?
Oh, I'm fresh out.
Very well. I'll use one of mine. Myra Fisher, 246 F Union Street. There you are.
Thank you. You're so kind.
Not at all.
Now I had some ammunition, a check signed by Burke, and a card written by, let's see, the floor walker's name is Simon Liggett. I ducked into the phone booth and called Mallard.
Homicide. Mallard speaking.
Good boy. This is Candy. What did you find out at Land's End last night?
Couple of juicy footprints, but that's it.
Did you make casts of the prints?
Of course.
Mind if I borrow them?
Candy, look. Just because we're dating doesn't mean that you can borrow...
Thanks, Mallard. I'll swing by now, and I want to borrow you, too.
Borrow me?
Well, until you're all mine, that's the best I can do. I stopped by the Hall of Justice, got the casts of the footprints, shoved Mallard into a car, and then picked up Rembrandt. The thing was only a hunch, but my hunches tend to pay off. First, we checked out an address on 5th Avenue near Clement, Prentice Burke's place, you see. We got in the back door and went to work, but nothing clicked. So, we drove over to Reseda Way in the marina. Again, we managed to get inside to do some sniffing around.
Well, look at these.
Those hideous Chanel drapes?
No, these.
This time we hit the jackpot. A pair of shoes in the closet matched the plaster casts of the footprints. Rembrandt, go into the kitchen and try to find some ketchup, huh?
Oh, I'm not hungry, Dove.
Rembrandt.
Oh, I'm going.
What are you up to, Candy? We've already got enough to swing a case here.
I want a voluntary confession, Mallard.
Oh, do you now?
Darn right. Tell me, what position was Jack Frost in when you found the body?
Position. Oh, well, in a chair like this one, with his head slumped down on his chest.
Perfect.
Oh, here's the ketchup, Dove. Now, what's going on?
You, Ducky,
What?
sit in this chair, will you, Rembrandt? Aw. Now just go limp and let your head hang low. That's it. Now for a little seasoning.
Oh, Candy!
Oh, hold still, Duck.
Oh, Candy, how do I get talked into these capers?
Oh, because you're a sucker for pretty pictures, and I'm turning you into a masterpiece. There. How does he look, Mallard?
Why, of all the... Candy, it looks like the same guy, the real thing.
Good. Rembrandt, you just sit like that, hang tight, and don't move.
All right.
Mallard, you duck into that closet over there, and I'll hide in here.
Gotcha.
We've got a good view of the front door from both places, okay?
Sometimes, Candy, I admire your genius.
Only sometimes, shame on you. Okay, places everyone. The golden shafts of the sun splashing in through the window from the ocean turned pink, then purple, and then slowly into twilight. The minutes ticked on. Bless you, Rembrandt.
Thank you, darling.
Zip! I hear them. Just then,
What? Oh no. No, it can't be. The old fool I killed! No, no!
Okay, buddy, hands in the air.
No, no, no!
get him, Mallard.
Will do.
Oh, nice tackle, Mallard.
All right, Mac. You gonna relax, or do I have to get serious?
No, I'll be quiet. You got me. I did it. I killed him. I killed Jack Frost. And the lady, too.
The lady?
I killed them. I killed them both. That was my job, Myra Fisher. That was my job. My job.
Myra!
My job. Supposed to be my job.
Myra. Oh, no. Oh, Mallard.
Candy, what is it?
An old friend of mine. Myra Fisher. The whole thing was jealousy. Not the jealousy of a man for a woman, but the jealousy of a man for her job. Simon Liggett had worked his way up from stockboy and had been promised the job of head of advertising. The position was nearly his, except at the last moment, Prentice Burke got a thing for Myra. That was just a few weeks ago. Liggett knew that Myra was on a probationary term, so did everything he could to undermine her. Little things like rearranging schedules and putting typos into ad copy. He figured if he could keep the store without a Santa Claus helper, he'd break Myra's back and have her job by the first of the year. But by then, Liggett wasn't thinking straight. Instead of bribing Ralph Chester like a normal goon, he snapped and killed the man cold. Ralph Chester had still been in costume. Liggett figured this would draw media attention, and he didn't want that. He wanted chaos and confusion so that Myra would be fired. So he stripped Chester, drove out to Land's End, and ditched the outfit there. He felt sure there'd be no Jack Frost the next day, but that's when I met Myra, and Rembrandt was there to help in no time. By then, Liggett was in a frenzy and would stop at nothing. He followed Myra home, and, well, you get the rest. The next morning, he wrote a note to Rembrandt and gave it to one of the kids waiting in line to see him. I wanted to compare the handwriting, so I had Burke write me the check and I had Liggett write down Myra's address. Also, we had the footprint cases. Between the two, everything pointed to Liggett. But Christmas, in spite of everything, is a lovely time of year. And there is a Santa Claus. 3 of them for me, as a matter of fact. Mr. Prentice Burke, who sent me a bonus for my efforts, Rembrandt Watson, who out of sheer love for the job went back to playing Jack Frost. And last but not least, Inspector Ray Mallard. He gave me a Christmas sock right on my mouth, just where the warmest Christmas socks belong.
Candy, I call my sugar candy.
Well, Candy, this has been a very nice trip down to Southern California. Thanks for bringing me, but I'm not sure why you also brought Rembrandt.
Aw, after what I put him through in the last episode, he deserves a little R&R on my tab.
Well, thank you, Dove. How is the case you're working on coming along? Something about a land grab?
The little town of Anaheim hired me to find out what mysterious corporation is buying more than 100 acres.
And did you solve said mystery?
I did, pal. It turns out to be a man and his pet mouse. He wants to make a little amusement park for them or something for his kids. I doubt it will amount of much of anything.
Well, I think it's sweet. And you know what else is sweet?
What's that, Ducky?
This Wilmore wine bar you brought us to.
Oh, I had a hunch that Wilmore Wine Bar would be a great, and you know when I have a hunch.
It's usually right on the money.
That's right. Now listen to the announcer, you two.
At Wilmore, we believe that the spirit of music, conversation, and a glass of wine are what keep us connected to each other. We feature local musicians and themed parties, including our wine club pickup party throughout the year. We're open 6 days a week, 3848 Atlantic Avenue, Long Beach. Tuesday, Wednesday, 2 to 9 p.m., Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 2 to 10 p.m., and Sunday, 2 to 8 p.m. Give us a call at 562-492-5951.
Oh, I think I'll try this Delirium Noel Ale.
I do believe I'm in the mood for something sparkling.
Oh, Rembrandt, I'm spoken for, right, Mallard?
Yeah, sure. You still have those Rose Bowl tickets, don't you?
Wilmore Wine Bar. Come, open a bottle and raise a glass.
Around Dodge City and in the territory out west, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke, the story of the violence that moved west with young America, and the story of a man who moved with it.
I'm that man, Matt Dillon, United States Marshal. The first man they look for and the last they want to meet. It's a chancy job, and it makes a man watchful and a little lonely.
You sure are slow with that beer, Doc. Here I am, ready for another one.
Yes, well, you had enough last night, Chester. Matt told me you were still asleep at 9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, it was mighty nice of him not to wake me up. Hey, Doc, are you sure he said he'd be back this afternoon?
Well, that's what he told me. Now would you look at this character?
Who?
Eh? Oh, that stringy-looking fellow over there with Tyler and Short. Where'd he come from?
Oh, him? Oh, I do believe his name is Weed Pendle.
Ooh.
Yeah, something like that. Wobbled in on an old mule a couple days ago.
Uh-huh. And which has the bigger ears, him or his mule?
He's funny looking, all right. Acts peculiar, too.
That's one sorry old mule, Pendle. I seen ya on him this morning.
Yeah, Pendle. He's almost as scrawny as you. Or maybe some beard fatten you up.
No, I ain't got money for beer.
Well, what you doing in here then?
Well, I reckon I just like it.
Oh, you like the atmosphere, huh?
The what?
Well, why don't you just sell that fancy guitar of yours buying beer?
Oh, my guitar ain't too fancy.
Yeah, no fooling.
Anyhow, I'd never sell my guitar.
Well, you ain't even got a nickel?
Well, I had one, but it got stolen.
Now, who dare steal money off a tiger like you, Pendle?
Well, I was asleep. Somebody kicked me in the head.
Oh, now, Pendle, you call that thing a head? Looks to me like your head just grew out and head over. Hey there, bartender, 3 beers.
You buying, Tyler?
Oh, I'm proud to buy for a fine old soldier like a Weed Pendle.
Oh, thank you. How'd you know I was a soldier?
Well, now, I didn't.
Where was you a soldier, Pendle?
Well, 3rd Illinois Cavalry.
Illinois? You a Yankee?
Quiet, everybody. Sounds like there's going to be trouble.
Well, I never done much. We had hard luck and never got to see no real Confederates. Just a bunch of ragged-tailed bushwhackers in South Missouri. They was led by an old chicken thief named Klein.
So they was.
Oh, yeah, so they would.
Tell me something else, Pendle. Did you ever get to kill any of Klein's men?
Well, maybe a couple. But then I got shot myself, right through the gut here. But we caught some of them bushwhackers and we strung them up.
You hanged them.
Well, I reckon. I never saw a real hanging myself.
You never did see one?
Nowheres, I never did.
That's so. Well, Pendle, you're in luck, seeing as how we're all kind of in the war together, so to speak. We're gonna show you a hanging. Ain't that right, Shaw?
Yeah, that's right. My rope is in my saddle. I'll get it and I'll meet you out back.
There's gonna be a hanging here?
Right here, right now. You're lucky you ran into us, Pendle. You just in time.
Oh, now here now, what you talking about, Tyler? And who you gonna hang?
Oh, it's kind of a surprise, Chester, but you can watch though.
Now, you know it's against the law to hang people around here.
But I heard Marshal Dillon ride out of town this morning. Time he gets back, it'll be all over.
Now, looky here.
Oh, now don't you try to buck us, Chester, unless you want the same as Pendle here.
Well, same as me what?
Oh, come on along, Pendle. You don't want to miss the show, do you?
Well, heck no, I don't.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah, I wish it, Chester. Now, let's just see what's transpiring over here.
Well, I reckon we better.
Okay.
I sure do wish Mr. Dillon were here.
Oh, there they are.
What?
They're putting a rope around Pendle's neck.
Of course, you're not going to get to see all of the hanging, Pendle, just the start of it.
What are you hanging me for? I ain't done nothing.
Well, will you shut your pone hole, Yankee?
Hey, now don't do that.
Just so's you know, us two was fighting under that old chicken thief Klein. I reckon that makes us a bushwhackers, huh?
I only done what they told me to.
It's a pleasure to hang a Yankee like you.
Now hold on, you two. That's enough.
Oh, dang it, just shoot him quick. Tyler, now you go shooting this man, you'll be the ones on the end of that rope. Oh, the doc ain't armed. Go on, Short, do it.
All right, you know good.
All right, you try it. You're going to have to kill me, too.
Don't try me, Chester. If and I must, I sure will.
You'll have to kill me too, Tyler.
Where'd he come from?
Mr. Dillon.
Take your rope off that man's neck and do it quick.
Sure, Marshal, sure.
Oh, we was just funning him, Marshal. Ain't that right?
Sure enough.
We wasn't really gonna hang him.
What's this all about, Tyler?
He's a Yankee, Marshal. Killed a whole bunch of us up in Missouri during the war. We was just gonna scare him and then run him off.
Well, you just forget about that.
Can't forget.
You forget it, I said. The war's over. Next time I catch you up to anything like this, you'll end up in jail. Understand?
Jail? Over a dumb Yankee who don't know nothing?
Get out of here, Tyler.
Well, that Yankee better make himself scarce too.
Better clean out of Dodge.
Shut up. Now get moving, the both of you.
See you later, Pendle.
I sure do thank you for letting me sleep in your jail last night, Marshal.
Where you been sleeping before, Pendle?
Oh, well, just with my mule somewhere, like usual.
You ain't got steady work, I guess.
Well, I never did nothing much, Marshal.
What about your guitar? Don't you ever play for folks? Maybe take up a collection or something?
A collection? Well, no, Marshal. I guess I never done that.
Can't you play good enough?
I don't know. I never played it for nobody to hear, except in Henry.
Henry? Oh, that's your mule, huh?
Oh, he's a fine mule, Marshal.
Yeah. Say, Chester, take Pendle over to the Long Branch, will you? Maybe Sam can find some odd jobs so he can earn his keep.
Oh, much appreciate that, Marshal, but I'll be leaving in a day or two.
Oh, where are you headed?
Well, somewheres, I suppose.
Somewheres?
Well, sure. I ain't thought of a way yet to head nowheres that ain't somewheres.
Well, me neither, I guess. Where are you from anyway, Pendle?
Born in San Benito.
Oh, on the Rio Grande, huh?
I took my guitar and never did go back.
Well, if you're from Texas, how come you fought in the Union Army?
Well, I guess I can't remember. But one's army just like another, I guess.
Yeah, maybe you're right at that.
I only done what they told me, Marshal.
Sure, Pendle. I know it. Take him over to Sam's, Chester.
All right, sir.
Well, just a sec. I left my guitar out back.
He sure is a peculiar little feller, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah, and pretty helpless, too.
Oh, you think Short and Tyler will keep at him, agitating and such?
I'd to believe they would have hanged him yesterday if they could have. You tell Sam to let me know if those two even start looking at him wrong.
Yes, sir, I will. They're about the meanest pair I ever did see and knew.
Yeah, they ain't too agreeable.
Well, Pendle said he's leaving in a day or two.
Uh-huh. Let's hope that's soon enough. Sam gave Weed Pendle some work sweeping up the saloon and let him sleep in a tiny shack out back. Tried to get him to play his guitar, but Pendle wouldn't do it. He was too bashful, maybe, or else he didn't really know a guitar from a fence post. was kind of hard to believe anybody so simple could learn about music or anything else. I looked up Tyler and Short and warned them again about letting old Pendle alone. But one morning, a couple of days later, Chester and I came out of Delmenico's and were walking up Front Street.
Look yonder, Mr. Dillon, across the plaza there.
Yeah, I see 'em.
Oh, say, what they're laughing at?
They're laughing, and Pendle isn't.
What you suppose they done?
Well, look at Pendle's mule, Chester. That's what they done.
Oh my goodness! Why, he's lost an ear.
Well, I guess there's just no pleasing some man, Short.
Oh, hey, you shouldn't have done that to Henry here.
Henry, his mule's got himself a name.
Henry should have called him Yankee.
Did you men do this?
Now, Marshal, we ain't done nothing to Pendle.
Did they do this, Pendle?
Oh, I tried to stop him, Marshal. Oh, I know, Henry. Oh.
All right. Turn around. Both of you.
What?
Turn around, I said.
What of all the...
Now take their guns, Chester.
Yes, sirree.
Oh, yeah, you can't do nothing to us, Marshal. We didn't hurt Pendle none.
Well, I don't like what you did to his mule.
Well, I got him.
All right. You can turn around now. I ought to cut an ear off of each of you, but I can't. So I'll do the next best thing. Leave him there, Chester.
Oh, poor Henry.
I'm sorry, Pendle.
Me too, Marshal.
Well, you go take care of him, huh? Maybe these two will leave you alone now.
Yeah, come along, Henry. Come along now.
You know that Reed Pendle told me yesterday, Matt.
I don't have a guess, Kitty.
I asked him if he was ever lonely. He said he never stood anywhere long enough to miss anyone.
Well, maybe that's not so strange after all.
Aw, what are those two up to now?
Oh, not again.
Hey, listen up there, everybody. Listen up now. The little Yankee is gonna play his guitar for us, ain't you, Yankee?
Now don't shoot my mule now. Don't be shooting Henry.
Oh, we ain't gonna shoot your mule, long as you play good.
This I gotta hear. Oh no, he looks sick, Matt.
I'll put a stop to this.
Wait,
Don't worry, Kitty. I'll take it outside.
no, wait. Matt, hold on. I got a feeling about old Pendle. Let's give him a chance.
Oh, what you waiting for, Pendle? A standing ovation? Come on, play something.
Go ahead, Reed Pendle. You can do it. Aw, play your heart out.
Oh, all right then. For you, Miss Kitty, I suppose I could try. Now look at that.
She had some.
I'll be. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That's pretty.
Well, I'll be.
Aw, Matt, that was beautiful.
I do believe he's got a gift.
Tyler and Short don't look too happy about it.
I'd say they're the only ones.
Now they're leaving. The bullies.
Good riddance.
Evening, Yankee.
Huh?
You been in there playing a long time, ain't you, Pendle?
Well, I tried to quit, but they liked it, I suppose.
Yeah, they liked it all right. Me and Short here, we've been waiting to tell you how much we liked it too.
We loved it, Pendle. What a pretty guitar.
Give it here a minute.
No, it's my guitar, see?
Give it over.
Hey, now, hey, put that gun away.
Don't you move, Pendle.
Give me back my guitar.
Oh, you can have it. I just want to tune it for you.
Oh, no, no, don't do that.
There, ain't that better?
Let me try, Tyler. You know another thing that's wrong with this guitar, Pendle?
No, it's fine.
It's too big for a man of your size. Let's see if I can help you.
Oh, no, don't do that.
There you are, Yankee. New and improved.
That ought to learn him. Let's go.
Oh dear.
What the?
They both dead, Doc?
Yeah, real dead. For several hours by the look of it.
Why, they must have been asleep when it happened, Doc.
Yes.
Looks like Tyler there struggled a bit. I guess Short got his first and it woke Tyler up.
He wasn't awake for too long.
Yeah, just long enough to see who did it. But he won't be telling us no names.
No, he sure won't. Well, I'm all through here. What's your plan, Marshal?
I guess it's Weed Pendle I need to see.
Oh, such a mild little feller, too.
A man can only take so much, Chester.
Well, I sure hate to see Pendle hang for killing these two buzzards, Matt.
Chester, wait for me at the jail. I'll bring him there as soon as I find him. Sam,
What'll it be, Marshal?
where's Weed Pendle?
Well, I just sent him out back for a bucket of sawdust.
Short and Tyler were executed last night.
But good. But that is, you know what I mean.
I guess their smashing his guitar was too much for Pendle.
Oh, there he is now. Pendle, come over here.
Yes, sir. Morning, Marshal.
Morning.
Pendle, where was you last night?
I don't know, but here, I guess.
You don't know?
Wait a minute, Marshal. Where was you after they wrecked your guitar, Pendle?
Well, I sat in the alley a while, and then I guess I come back in here.
That's right, Marshal. And he was so broke up about his guitar, well, I didn't want to leave him alone, so I put him on the floor of my room. Ain't that right, Pendle? Go on, tell him now.
Well, that's right, sure enough.
You trying to alibi for him, Sam?
Why, no, Marshal, it's the truth. What do I care about him?
I'd say you do care some, Sam.
Oh, morning, Kitty.
Matt,
Now, Kitty knows
as
I'm...
I was saying, I guess quite a few folks got to care about weed. Pendle here.
Like who?
Oh, she's just talking, Marshal.
Who cares about you, Pendle? Tell me.
Well, gosh, Marshal, I
Oh,
don't...
Kitty just means some of the boys who were here last night when Pendle came back in with his bust guitar. Well, a few of them told Pendle how sorry they were.
I heard that too, Matt.
Is that so, huh? They liked your music, didn't they, Pendle?
I know a few tunes, Marshal.
Who was in here then? Which boys?
Oh, I couldn't say.
Is that right? What about you, Sam?
Oh, you know how it is, Marshall. I'm just too busy pouring drinks and I don't pay no mind who's here and who ain't.
I see. All right then.
Marshall, if you ask me, Dodge is much better off without them two.
Yeah? Well, there's a law against murder, and it's the same for everybody. I'll be back later.
What you gonna do now, Mr. Dillon?
I've done all I can, Chester. Nobody's talking.
I reckon they're all protecting Pendle, huh?
They were, Chester.
You mean they are?
I mean they were. I reckon Pendle didn't lift a finger except to strum that guitar of his.
Well, who did it then, Marshall?
Well, if I could prove who did it, Chester. Come over here a minute.
Why, declare. Looks like he's leaving town.
Yeah, I told him he could go.
Oh, it looks funnier than ever on that poor old one-eared mule.
Dodge treated Pendle pretty rough.
It sure did. Poor little fella. Looks kind of empty without his guitar, don't he?
Well, maybe he'll find another one somewhere down the line. Anyway, they sure like to hear him play in this town. Few of the boys, yeah, I'd say they liked it just fine.
As Candy Matson, Short and Kitty, Holly Levesque.
As Myra Burke, Chester and Sam, Diane Benedict.
And as Rembrandt, Tyler and Doc, Leonardo Lerma.
As announcer, Detective Mallard and Marshall Dillon, Joe Montanari.
And Jonah Goger not only directed this play, but he also played Diogenes, Liggett, and Pendle.
Soundboard operation by Christopher Buka Taylor. Our technical director is Scott Kanzelmeyer. And the show was produced by Long Beach Shakespeare Company's artistic director, Holly Levesque. All right, good job, folks. Thank you.